Yeah, good evening, sports fans. Yeah, welcome to your favorite sport YouTube channel, the Premier Sport Fan Center. We're here for the piece of this offering today, the game between Aston Villa and Arsenal. We knew this fixture last season to be one hell of a fixture. The former coach of Arsenal making sure he had the double over Arsenal Football Club that proved to be pivotal in their title challenge last season that made them lose the title race to Manchester City. Will that be the case today at the Villa Park, the home ground of Aston Villa Football Club? Only time will tell. The Gladiators are on the field of play. And hey, before you say Jack Robinson, they'll be up to it. Action will start as it is right there. 1 minute silent from Fred Potter, who just died doing this last week. One of those Aston Villa faithful right there in that stadium. So, it's game on in that encounter. About to start. Aston Villa Arsenal promises to be exciting. You don't want to go nowhere. You just want to stay with us. Nah. I'm not alone in the studio. The Lakwa is here with me, donning an Arsenal jersey. The Lakwa, Arsenal, Aston Villa. Yeah. What's your expectation?
Well, good evening, football lover. Another beautiful football match. I just hope it lives up to expectation. This match last season made Arsenal lose the league. And who knows, early days into the new season also, this might just be another match which will speak for Arsenal come the end of the season. Those still early days, just game week 2. But let's see how it turns out.
So let's see how it turns out right there. Michael Oliver is the referee for today. We hope the referee won't be the headlines, as the Pigmo ball did a lot of that last season as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yes.
And hey, it's about to go down. A little delay in kickoff that made the game start, I think, 5 minutes late due to the communication of the officials being sorted out at that minute right there. So Aston Villa will attack this one. Aston Villa with the ball right now. Arsenal playing from right to left. And Aston Villa playing from left to right. Right there. You know, it's going to be a mind-blowing one. You just want to still sit back, relax, with a bottle of your favorite drink while you listen to us on your favorite YouTube channel, the Premier Sport Fan Center right there. Aston Villa started with a 4-2-3-1 formation with Emiliano Martinez in goal, Lucas Digne, Pau Torres, Enzri Konsa, Matikash, all defenders, Amadou Onana and Yuri Tillemans sitting in the heart of the middle, Morgan Rogers, John McGinn, Leon Bailey playing behind Ole Watkins. And when you look at the formation this season, from last season, what has really changed is the addition of Amadou Onana. And with Ole Watkins in goal, this Aston Villa setup, don't you think they will be a mouth-watering to look out for?
Yes, I think beautiful set of players. I just think this is a familiar faces. You need to look at Unai Emery. I think one thing he knows how to do well is keep a set of players, work with the same set of players. We saw that at Arsenal. When he went to, I think, Sevilla, he did the same thing. Villarreal, sorry. Won the Europa League with them. I think he's a fantastic manager. And what really matters is just one respect I give him is a coach that does not really need those big figure, those expensive players before he deliver. We need to look at Aston Villa, where he picked them from and where they are today. They are playing Champions League football this season. So I just think kudos to them, and I think the man is really enjoying this moment.
Yeah, the man is really enjoying this moment, every bit of it. Who will stop him from not enjoying? Who can blame him? Is some would like to call him the goody beanie manager right there, who is still gradually improving on his English in the Queensland right there. So it's Arsenal that is starting with their traditional 4-3-3 flat midfield formation. David Raya in goal. One thing about these two teams is it looks like they have a relatively tough goalkeeper in goal.
Yes.
And one thing that has worked for Arsenal has to be David Raya's distribution.
I think it has worked, and in some situation it has also affected them. That's just it.
Yeah, no, there's no. Most things have advantage. You have
And
disadvantage.
yes.
David Raya in goal. Julian Timbers on the left today. Wow, Zinchenko is not injured. I don't think he is.
Yes, he's not.
For a right-legged player. Yeah, Zinchenko is on bench. Even Calafiori is on bench. For a right-legged player to be starting from the left back.
Well, I think it won't be the first and it won't be the last. We've seen a certain Cesar Spilicueta played left back. He can also deputize as a right back. I think it just get down to Timber. Attack wise, Zinchenko attack wise is also a fantastic player, but I just think Timbers he offers the team something special.
Hey, but what I'm looking at is you have a proper left back on bench.
Yes.
That is available, and you still tilt towards Julian Timbers.
Well, I think probably defending, or it might be a 4-3-3. Attack wise, the formation might just be twisted a bit. Maybe that's where I need Timber most.
And you can see how inverted Timber is arriving.
Yes, that's just one thing. Attacking wise, I think Timber will offer them something much more better to Arteta believe.
To Arteta's belief right there. Saka attacking down the right. We find his teammate. And yeah, Arsenal building up. Odegaard. We find his teammate. Oh, the pass was intercepted by that Aston Villa player. Partey to the rescue. And Julian Timbers will run this back to David Raya. 6th minute of action at the Villa Park right there. Still Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 0. This will be a match-watching fixture because I know one thing Arsenal will be looking out for is a revenge.
Yes, sure. They really need to look for a revenge. I think regardless of everything, I think this Arsenal team has really given a good account of themselves. I think the only obstacle they have is just competing for the league with Man City. Away from this Man City team, I think they would have won the league back to back. And we all know this Man City setup is really like a fantastic setup of players. You need to look at the likes of players they've lost and they don't really feel it. Like this new recruit Savino. I saw that guy today and I was like, wow, this is a new Mahrez coming into the league. I think Guardiola just really knows how to let a player go and get in a better or a replacement that can give same performance. So that's just one good thing.
Replacement that can give same performance right there. And Cash with the ball. Can he cash in on this one against Arsenal Football Club? And Tillemans will link and play forward. And is Aston Villa trying to hit on the counter? And hey, can they do something spectacular with this? He finds it. Diaby down the right. And Diaby with the ball will play in his teammate across into the box, but was blocked by Julian Timbers. And hey, it's still Arsenal back in possession. Still Arsenal in possession. My goodness, Martinelli running down the left.
I think this might
what can he do with it? And the square play. Saka. Went back for Saka, but he ran back to pick that one. And he crossed into the box. Emiliano Martinez was there.
Wow.
The follow-up attempt by Declan Rice was straight at Emiliano Martinez. Don't you think Declan Rice should be doing better from there?
Well, I think he should be doing better, but I thought he took that with his weak foot. Probably if it was a certain like Kyle Havertz taking that with their left foot, I think that should be the first goal of the game.
Yeah, well, maybe that would have been the first goal of the game right there. Julian Timbers started in the defense. Gabriel Manganes pairing with William Saliba, the third season running right now. Benjamin White right there
At the right back.
at the right back, yeah. And Martin Odegaard, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice in the middle. In front of them is Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka. And hey, the centre forward for today is Kai Havertz.
Kyle Havertz. Wow, big name. Big name, no doubt. I think, with all due respect to Kyle Havertz, he's a fantastic player on his day. But everything still turns down to he's not a proper 9. I think, to me, one thing that really affected this Arsenal team this last 2 seasons, when I feel like they should have at least win one of those trophies, they don't have a proper striker. We need to look at Nketiah. It's starting Gabriel Jesus. I don't even see Gabriel Jesus as a striker. I see him more or less like a supporting striker. To me, I just think Arteta really need to look into the market and get in one proper striker. Like, if you feel that the Nketiah is not really worth it, why don't you just cash in on him and add some little money? They are fantastic strikers
It's
in the
not
market.
that easy to carry. He has been on the market. But how many suitors are looking at him?
Wow, but I think regardless, Eddie Nketiah is not that bad. He will surely have a price tag that coming. I think Arsenal are the one rejecting him.
I don't think so.
Ivan Toney, I saw a stuff on him. I think just for 30 to 50 million to get Ivan Toney. Putting an Ivan Toney in this Arsenal setup, I think Arsenal is good to go.
Yeah,
We just need to look at this Man City squad setup. There is no Doku, there is a Grealish, there is no Savino, there is a Foden. Now, Gundogan, he brought him in. You have a Kovacic, you have a Nunes. There is really like every player sitting on the bench is a starter.
yeah,
That's
for
just
an
one
average
thing.
team,
Yes.
a starter right there.
I
So,
just think that's what Arsenal is losing right now. If they can get that right, I think they are good to go.
so they need to get that right if they are going to be good to go. Yeah, so Arsenal with a 4-3-3 formation and Aston Villa with a 4-4-2 formation. Oh my goodness. Look at these two tactically brilliant coach. And they've been at each other's throat. Tonight, who do you think should be having the day?
Well, for me, I think this game will be looking more or less like a full-time draw, because I think it's more or less like a game whereby with this formation they are just trying to checkmate each other. 4-4-2 on paper, 4-3-3 on paper. I think down on the field, attack-wise, I think it's more or less like Aston Villa playing a 4-3-3. Because we just need to look at the setup. We all know Ovie Watkins will always be their goal pusher. What's his name again? This guy is on the flank. What's his name? Diaby and what's this other guy? Magnin also.
Yeah, Magin.
I think both of them attack-wise they will surely hold the flanks. Defensively, I think that's when we have the 4-4-2.
Yeah, the Pau Torres and the Konsa.
Yes.
Konsa was
them.
in the Euros with
He was a fantastic player. Now we just need to look at the depth of this Aston Villa team. There is a certain Barkley still sitting on the bench. There is also this guy again, Pau Torres, still on the bench. I think it just goes down to both team. On paper, I think with the performance of Arsenal, everyone will feel like yes, Arsenal have really proven themselves. They have this setup of player that can win matches. Same goes to Aston Villa. But I think, to me, I'm thinking this game is leading to a draw.
Yeah, the Lapa said his view right there. Will it be a draw today? One scoreline that Arsenal won't want to go down with because their rival just won 4 goals to 1.
Well,
I'm talking about
Erling
Haaland, another hat-trick.
Wow, well, I think players like him, they only come once in a blue moon. Let's just enjoy him and let's see how far he can go.
So let's see how far he can go. Can he go so far in the world of football? Messi went so far.
That's why I don't want to put Messi and Ronaldo. That's why I said let's see how far. Because those two guys, they've proven everything. Like,
yeah, you can go far.
They've gone beyond everything.
Yeah, so will Erling Haaland go so far? If there's a place he can go so far, it has to be the Citizens Arena, Etihad Stadium. Manchester City is the team, and if there's a place where he can go far, it's under Pep Guardiola right there, the Spanish manager right there. So, hey, Man City won 4 goals to 1. Did you emphasize that Man City will be winning 4 goals to 1?
Well, I was actually expecting a match with a high scoring game, to be sincere. But I never thought it would get to like a 4-1 scoring 3 goals within 5 minutes. I think Ipswich really paid so much respect to Man City in that game. They really lost it. They lost it in the first 45 minutes. I think Man City even came in with a little bit of respect, not to get a goal in the second half so early. Had to wait until the 88 or 89 minutes before Haaland made that completed his hat-trick. But well, everyone knows Man City against Ipswich. What are we expecting? Guardiola will grab everything.
And Man U lost today 2-1. Considered lost the first half, came back the second half, got a goal disallowed, and considered 95th minute of the encounter.
Well, I
Typical
think.
Man U from last season.
Well, I think that Man U own. I think it goes down into Eric Ten Hag really. One thing I really I respect this Chelsea new coach for is Maresca, what's he called? Is he came out and he said one thing: I will judge you based on your performance. You don't play on Sunday, you think you will play on Thursday? No way. You need to. I still ask myself a question: why is Garnacho sitting? Rashford, with all due respect to him, on his day he is a fantastic player. But don't let's deceive ourselves. This is not the Marcus Rashford everybody knows. He has lost it. Let's just hope he gets everything right back. I think Garnacho should be started. When he came in, he got the goal that was disallowed. And you are facing Brighton. You know this team, they will never give up. Be leading them 4-0, whatever. They still believe, yes, there is always a possibility that they can come back. So I just think Eric Ten Hag needs to know that he's no more in the. With all due respect to the Dutch league, this is not the Dutch league anymore. This is EPL, whereby teams don't sleep. They don't sleep. I think Onana is. I'm beginning to feel like Onana just came to Man U at the wrong time. Because with due respect, that guy is a good goalkeeper on his day, a fantastic goalkeeper on his day. I just don't know why. I just hope they get it right, Sha.
Yeah, back to that game at the Villa Park. Partey wins back possession, finds Gabriel Magalhaes, who finds Declan Rice, and his Arsenal right there sent a ball into the box. Oh, that was good defending by Aston Villa. But Partey, who has been marshalling the midfield today, has been everywhere in the middle. We find Bukayo Saka down the right. Bukayo Saka tries to cut in front. Odegaard with a chance to shoot down the fast. Bukayo Saka will shoot. Oh my God!
Martinez.
That was a beautiful save from Emiliano Martinez. 16 minutes of that action at the Villa Park. My goodness. This is gradually settling to be a very fair style at the Lapo.
Wow, I think looking at Martinez in the left Arsenal, I think deep down the Arsenal board we know they let go of a very good goalkeeper. What do you expect? The World Cup winner, Copa America winner. I think he has done so well. So well. And I think with this save, I don't really get surprised again. Because it's just the Martinez. No, for real, it's just the Martinez
get used
thing.
to.
He's just doing his normal thing.
It's
just the normal Martinez thing.
Yeah, so corner kick to Arsenal. Declan Rice on this one. Can you do the proper delivery? Puts it in the box.
Wow, and distribute.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh, there's an infringement there. The referee says free kick to Aston Villa at this point in time. 17 minutes of that action at the Villa Park. It's Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0.
Yeah, good one. Good game, good 17 minutes with so far. I think it has just been Arsenal really been deadly and going for the goal. I think Aston Villa are still trying to just like sit back and understand the game and look for a better way to hit this Arsenal team. And I just hope defensively Arsenal are really trying to tidy themselves the way they attack.
And a quick update from the French Ligue 1. Lyon is currently trailing 2-0 at home to Monaco.
Wow.
At the 92nd minute of that encounter, Parma, AC Milan 22nd minute, still 0-0 Udinese Lazio. 1-0 Udinese at the 22nd minute of that encounter. Arsenal leading Mallorca. And hey, we are counting down to the Barcelona Atletico de Bilbao fixture coming up in a few minutes time. Right there. Whenever Barca is on the menu, people want to watch.
Yes, I think good set of players the Barcelona team. I think one thing the Barcelona board are doing that most people don't really see is they just want to rebuild. They know there is not the financial capacity anymore. There is not that capability. They can't go into the market to get this 100 million players, get this 150, get the big names. They just want to sit back and build. And that has been the normal Barcelona team. You need to look at the days of Pep Guardiola. They believe more in the La Masia, and I think they've gone back into that period right now. It's just a rebuilding phase, and I think it will surely go. It will surely pass, and I think we will have the normal Barcelona.
But one thing you have to look at is that the La Masia was producing quality talent
They still,
back to back to hit the world stage.
they
But
still. There is a certain Pau Kubasi, there is a Lamine Yamal now. I think the major problem has just been these guys. We need to look at. I don't really know. The new president has really done great, but you see the last president. I don't want to call his name. I think that man.
Bartomeu.
Wow. He really took Barcelona. I don't know what he had upstairs, what he was thinking about the set of his board. I don't really know what they were thinking about. They really lost everything because Barcelona really lost. It was not the Barcelona we really knew. I will say this any day, anytime. Bartomeu, the players he signed during his tenure, over 30 players. Most people don't believe they played in Barcelona. Go
Yeah.
and check the list of players. There is a certain Malcolm. Most people already forgot about him. Just to mention few, don't let's really go deep into that. That man really, he lost everything, and I think Laporte is really doing a fantastic job. He's trying to bring back the Barcelona of the olden days.
Yeah.
When I saw the news of Gundogan, Gundogan is a fantastic player. He's a big name, but we really need to look at the midfield. There is a certain Femi Lopez. He's coming up. Barcelona don't want to lose all these guys anymore. Femi Lopez is just 21. Gundogan is in his 30s.
Mm.
Losing Femi Lopez now is more or less like we having a repeat of the Dani Olmo scenario we are witnessing now. That's just one thing. And if Barcelona feel like, okay, yes, we don't want to lose our players and pay high to get them back, then let's go of these big guys. Let these young guys feel a sense of belonging. This season there was already a Casado, there is a Paul Bena coming into the. I think Paul Bena, yes, Bena is starting today. Casado Bena started the last game. I think Bena is the starting 11 today. These are fantastic players. You see Casado, he reminds you, he brings this Sergio Busquets vibe and a certain what's this Bayern Munich player name? Joshua Kimmich. He gives you those vibe, though not yet really like up to them.
I just wanted to ask if it was that easy to bring that vibe.
No. But we know he's moving them. There are many players that failed. You need to look at Nico Gonzalez now in FC Porto also. There was a certain what's this guy name that went to? I think he ended up in.
I think Faye is now in Rennes.
Yes,
a season-long loan.
No. I think they sold him with buyback clause.
Oh.
With a buyback clause. Another good defender Barcelona is letting go of. And one other thing I really think is really hurting this Barcelona squad. I don't know what Bartomeu is telling all these people. Most of Bartomeu signing, they don't want to leave. You need to look at a certain Clement Lenglet. Barcelona is ready to let you go. You said you are not going. Why?
The money is right.
The rich money. But it's not offering anything anymore. Umtiti Sinero, you were injured. They want you out. You went to Italian Serie A before God just feel like, okay, now this guy, it's time. Then you felt like you want to leave. Many of them. I think that man really he took Barcelona backward. But thank God for today now. We need to look
but
at.
Barca is not back yet. They can't even register Dani Olmo for the game today.
The major reason why they won't register Dani Olmo is this new regime are suffering from the wrongdoing of the last regime. That's just it. This man is really doing so well. To me, he's doing so well.
So back to Arsenal. Yeah. Enough of the lamentation for Arsenal Football Club. Enough of the lamentation. Enough of the lamentation. Enough of the lamentation of the football for Barcelona Football Club. Aston Villa back in possession right there. Paul Torres will send this one long forward for the run of Ole Watkins. But Saliba was there to defend that one right. David Raya will win back possession, finds Saliba. The pairing. It's pairing. So just see, according to you, what you've seen so far,
Yeah.
which of this team is in control of this game
I think
right
to
now?
me it's still Arsenal. Arsenal are really controlling the game so far, and I think they are doing they are trying to just do a very fantastic job, like what Ateta has really. Oh, I think is this a corner? No, no, I think it should be a goal kick. I think Declan Rice should just try and keep the ball there rather than aim for the first shot right there. And I
Yeah.
think Martinelli really needs to come into the party, and Saka. I think they need to really. I think Saka knows one thing. He knows how to do one thing well. That's to keep in his energy. But Martinelli, he will marry the line and he will keep on running, and he will burn out so
Mm.
quick. I just think he really needs to work on that aspect in this game.
So it looks like
Declan Rice is having some
I
hard time
issue.
there.
And
Wow.
that's one player that even the English national team won't want to
Sure, sure.
miss right there.
A
So
good guy on his own day.
yeah, a good
On
guy.
every day,
Sunday.
safe.
Yeah, so Arsenal back in possession. So far, it looks like Arsenal is the better side in this encounter.
Sure.
Thomas Partey will get this one.
Who is
Will
he
link
aiming
up
at?
play with his teammate and returns it back to Saliba in the heart of the defense. Straight to Ben White. Returns it back to Saliba. Gabriel
Oh.
almost losing
think-
lost possession in a
And it
gesture
should be
there.
Watkins. Oh.
Oh!
Watkins.
Watkins lost a seat to have a chance.
Wow.
My goodness.
Wow, Watkins. Wow.
What is Gabriel? What was
What game?
Gabriel thinking right there?
I think like Watkins, no, you should be scoring this.
I think it was too flat footed. Look at that.
Wow.
It was too flat footed. So he just got it via the out step right there. So it was too flat footed. And look at the coach.
Yes, now I think he was expecting Watkins to convert that. That should be a goal from.
And
player
that's
of
the
his caliber.
interim manager, Casley, of the English national team.
I hope he gets everything right, yeah.
You know, one thing about the Europeans is they learn fast from one another. Spain looked to Fuentes from the youth team that's been with the guys
Okay.
and sent him straight to the national team, and they did well. I think it seems as England is going that route.
Well, I think I think the Spanish national team is more or less a different setup from the English team, because I think you need to look at the way the Spain build up their players. They play
And
the
then we're
same.
down the right. We
Ooh.
find Kai Havertz, but wanted to do a nutmeg on the Aston Villa player, but they said no.
Watkins. No.
And Saliba defending against Watkins. Eye line into the Villa half. But Arsenal back in possession. Saka running at the defense.
Wow,
That
wow.
1-2. There
Just
was
too
too much
much
weight
from
on
Odegaard.
that pass from Odegaard. So, goal kick it is to Aston Villa at this point in time. 0-0. 26th minute of action. Aston Villa against Arsenal.
Well, I think the game is beginning to like lose a little bit of to go down a little bit, because I think one thing Arsenal are really missing right now is Kai Havertz. He really needs to come into the party. There is this proper strike. There is one thing a proper striker really offers. That's the disturbance in the last burst of 18. I think Havertz is just this. It's too cold to me to be a proper 9. It's too very cold. I think there is some. You need to look at strikers like Ivan Toney, the Harry Kane. Their presence in the box 18, even without the ball, is really being felt. I think Havertz just really needs to work on that if he knows he really want to push Arsenal into this trophy winning. If not, Arsenal will keep on having a repeat of all this. Because for how long will the presence of a 9 not be felt against a team like Aston Villa, a disciplined one with a certain Emiliano Martinez in the back? And I think Arsenal are trying to start from the back again right now with David Raya on the ball.
And David Raya will find Saliba. Saliba down the right. And still with the ball, we find David Raya. David Raya placing his teammate right there. And is Arsenal trying to turn defense into attack? Oh, still Ben White with the ball. Oh, Francis Sancet playing it forward for the run of Odegaard. Odegaard with the ball, returns it back to the middle. And hey, it's still Arsenal in possession. Gabriel will find Saliba. Arsenal playing in the high line. Survived that scare from that mistake from Gabriel earlier. And it's Bukayo Saka attacking down the right. We cut back into space and finds his teammate. Partey returns it back to Saka, who has been dispossessed by the villains right there in their stadium. So it's still 0-0 of action, 28 minutes of that encounter. It's still Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 0. Wow. This game looks like it's tilting towards the first half draw at the Lacqua.
Yes, I think one thing about both teams is they are really trying to play a care game.
Be careful,
yeah, they don't really want to like lose it when it is not worth it. Just like the mistake Gabriel really did there. That's like on a good day, I think Watkins should be converting that. I think to get a first half goal would just be a defensive mistake. With the way this game is going.
Yeah, with the way this game is going, most likely maybe a first goal will be from a defensive error right there, according to the Lacqua. And Barcelona has started their own encounter against Atletico de Bilbao. 3rd minute of action in that one is Barcelona 0, Atletico Bilbao 0 as it is right there. And cross into the box by Aston Villa, but David Raya to the rescue. And we set up a goal kick right there at this point in time. So game on in that encounter at the Villa Park. 30th minute of action already. It's still Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 0. And with the way it looks like a tacky game in the middle. Too many informations in this game. Don't you think the information of football these days will start limiting how players interpret it on the field?
Well, I think it goes down to Unai Emery, because I really think this man is really giving us some olden days vibe. Because how many teams really play 4-4-2 these days? It's really weird. I just think that's the major problem this Arsenal midfield is having right now. Because playing with a 4 midfielder against this Arsenal team, whereby you have, that's one thing that really he did right, that has really kept Odegaard at his on his feet right now. Because I think Odegaard does not really have that freedom he always have. And Declan Rice and what's his name again, Thomas Partey, these are not really like ball moving midfielder the way you expect from Odegaard to really offer. So I just think that's one of my problems with Martinelli actually, because he marries the line so much. He really needs to walk down and get this ball and support the midfielder. I think Saka is doing that really right, but I think Martinelli, he marries the line so much. He really needs to support the midfield right now if Arsenal really wants to get the midfield right.
Yeah, he really needs to support midfield. The lap was saying right there that more bodies is needed in the midfield. We're just on the attack down the right, down the left right there. We're crossing to the box, but Diaby couldn't get to that one. Saliba had the first one on him right there, and his Arsenal attacking right there down the left. Gabriel Martinelli attacking down the left, facing Cash, and cuts back into the dangerous area. Timbers will shoot!
Ooh.
Oh! It kept rising and rising until it went over the bar. Not Timbers, Thomas Partey had the attempt at goal. And one thing you know about him, he's a good shooter of the ball.
Well, I think he's a good shooter. He aims, but maybe he does not hit his point.
Maybe he fails to hit the target right there. So 32nd minute of that encounter. Goal kick to Aston Villa as it is right now. Martinez plays a long one forward and went out for it's still in play.
Watkins playing as a winger in this game.
And the referee says there's an infringement on Cash. Not Cash, McGinn. John McGinn. Free kick here to Aston Villa. Looks like Saliba is on the ground and they're about to continue playing. Football is just filled with surprises. Yeah, 0-0 at the Villa Park. The dog came in looking so Baka-ish in nature. The dog, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Yemi. Thank you for having me. Good evening,
Good evening.
viewers. Good evening, Dolapo.
Good evening.
I believe Arsenal has been trying to keep the Villa Park fellas away from their goalpost. Unsuccessfully, though. But as it looks, Arsenal
should
should
be-
have the
And
This should
Arsenal have
be-
a
this
good
should
chance
be.
across into the box.
What's that?
Oh, straight to the opponent. My goodness. That Arsenal player should be coming down and looking at the guys just sending the pass to.
I have a feeling this game might not go the way we expect.
And what way do you think
I
we
have a
expect?
good feeling Arsenal may not win this match.
Okay, the Arsenal fans expect.
Well, it's not about the Arsenal fans, bookies, and if you look at every statistics, it points to the fact that Arsenal should win.
It doesn't point because based on last season, Arsenal took it home and away. Lost it home and away.
But here, present form, we expect Arsenal to win. Their record, their winning streak, actually gives them the edge. If you look at the bookings too, you should see
What's
Arsenal with
Ferran
less
Torres doing?
points compared to Aston Villa. However, we know Aston Villa could be really troublesome, especially when it comes to dealing with Gunners. You can see the commotion going on the field right now. It shows hostilities. It shows long-time rivalry. And these ones are not going to agree with them. It's not going to be a walk in the park for Arsenal in this match. And I actually see Aston Villa pulling that stunt, as they have done before. In Arsenal may not just get all the 3 points from this match.
Yeah, so you heard the dog right there that Arsenal may not be so lucky to get all 3 points in that encounter. So it's game on. Arsenal knew, Aston Villa knew is what the scoreline is at the Villa Park. 10th minute of that encounter, Barcelona, Atletico Bilbao. Oh, 90 minutes, sorry. Barcelona, Bilbao is still Barcelona 0, Bilbao 0 in that one.
Wow.
The lineup for that one is Ter Stegen in goal, Balde, Martinez, Kubarsi, Kunde are the defenders, and Bernal, Pedri, the two holding midfielders. Torres, Rafinha, and Yamal playing behind Lewandowski. Dolapo, typical Barcelona way, but new guys coming into the fold under the new coach, Hansi Flick.
Well, I think Ben, another 17-year-old guy, I think a good guy really. He understands the gameplay, he understands the Barcelona philosophy, he knows how Barcelona does their thing. Another player I really think most Barcelona guys really need to watch out for this season is Marc Casado. I think that's even is much more older and much more matured. But good
he's not really
setup.
starting it.
Yes. He started the last game. I don't know. Maybe
Casado should be on the bench.
yes, he's on the bench. He's on the bench. So I
Casado
think
is on the bench.
I think a good starting level from the new coach Hansi Flick. I think he's just trying to protect the Barcelona philosophy and get everyone back to the good olden days. That's just it.
Yeah, Gabriel Martinelli attacking in the box against Aston Villa. And hey, what can he do with this? Dribbles and turns it to Rice crossing to the box. Still Odegaard with a good chance. Dribble past that Aston Villa player. Bukayo Saka will win this one back. But hey, the lineman said it's an offside against Bukayo Saka. Now, looking at this game, it's shaping out to be most likely a first half drop, Doctor.
Which of the games now? Arsenal?
Aston Villa, Arsenal. Yeah.
Shaping out to be as expected.
Yeah, half-time draw.
Oh, well, anything can happen anytime from now. This is 38 minutes as we move. We still have about 7 minutes.
Ferran Torres.
Arsenal had a very good chance to go up.
Yeah.
But the cross was pretty poor. And any chance can come in. We could see Ferran Torres also ruin a chance for Barcelona against
Atletico Bilbao.
Atletico Bilbao, the athletic club that has always been troublesome to Barca. Of course, this is not a regular game for Barcelona. They have some major upsetters in the league. One of them is Athletic Bilbao. And Atletico Madrid, even Real Madrid, they prepare for Real Madrid to play a Clasico like war. But these ones, you underwrite them a little and then you pay for it, you suffer. Atletico Madrid, Athletic Bilbao, Real Sociedad, they are really troublesome. Sevilla used to be one of them, but I think
they've lost it.
Sevilla. So, if you're talking about the Arsenal game, as it looks, everybody is still very strong. The energies are still up, possibly 80-90% on the bar. But Arsenal will want to get the better. Arsenal has a chance, but they just couldn't get the final pass through.
Yeah, they couldn't get the desired touch in the box right there. So, Atletico de Bilbao started Padilla in goal. Bekiche, Alvarez, Vivian, and Leque are the defenders. Vesga, Prados, two pivot player. Berengua, Sancet, and Nico Williams.
Oh, what's Zava doing there, for Christ's sake?
The thing about Nico Williams playing for...
playing behind this elder brother, Inaki Williams.
Yeah, they've been doing
They've been playing for you.
And I think that's one of the emotional reasons why they don't want to release him, or he doesn't want to go yet. He has asked for one more season to play at Athletic Club before he can switch to Barca. However, he has asked Barca to discuss, so they can actually negotiate ahead.
Lewan be doing better there.
They can actually get something done in principle against the next season. And you know how this thing works. One season is just a few months. It will soon pass. So they can wait. And Barca is building a team now. They have a project on.
Yeah.
If you observe, most of their players are between the band of 16, 17, and 24. The Lewandowskis are the oldest players on the field. Even Araujo seems to be becoming a dinosaur right now. The young is about 25, 26, and you can see that they are not depending on him. I don't think Hansi Flick is depending on the young as it is.
Funky?
Yes.
I think they should let Funky go. I think that guy visits the hospital so often than he plays football.
And aside from getting that is injury proneness, you're also looking at Hansi Flick trying to get a young team that he can groom, a young team he can give opportunities, who actually don't believe they are anything just yet. That was a beautiful cross from Lamine Yamal. That's one of the sensations. And you have Fermin Lopez on the bench as well. You have Fermin Lopez there. You have Gavi coming back from injury. He has begun group training as well. Pedri is back on the field.
It started Daniel Mo is not yet even.
Daniel Mo is yet to be registered, but Barca is not missing that.
And Aston Villa attacking by Rogers. Crossing the box. Oh! David Raya to the rescue.
Raya.
Oh my God! First minute of that encounter, that was a beautiful save.
You have to give a lot of credit to the Aston Villa players. Look at the run. The run was just too deadly.
And giving him time and space on the ball.
It's pretty difficult to mark in that area. If you stop any player in your penalty box,
it will just be like that Savino case we saw earlier.
Just give out a penalty kick, and it will be so cheap. Rather, let him run, and then you can try.
You cover up for him. Exactly.
Yeah. So, Arsenal back in possession. Gabriel.
Wow. Lamine Yamal, this is illegal.
And
you don't do that on the field of play.
That's a long pass from Declan Rice straight to Bukayo Saka, who returns it back to Ben White. Ben White returns it back to Saliba. Saliba links up with Gabriel, is culprit.
Wow.
And look at Lamine Yamal. That move, that was a really, really brilliant.
That's a textbook move that everybody knows. The defender is expecting you to do it, but because you have the pace, you will outdo him. So the best he can do is knock you off.
Yeah.
Yes, because you will do it and you will get away with it, but he can knock you off. That's the only way.
So corner kick to Barcelona in that one. Arsenal attacking right now. Odegaard will link up with Bukayo Saka down the left. See Bukayo Saka will return it back, and a cross into the box by Ben White, cleared by Amadou Onana, the new signing for Aston Villa. And Aston Villa wins the ball back, and Aston Villa will attack straight It's to Rogers. Over on with the ball now. It's Diaby. And Oli Watkins in there. Diaby with the ball. Oh, it's just passed. Oh, cleared off by Julian
Bailey.
Timbers right there. So,
Leon Bailey.
Leon Bailey. Oh, I thought it was Diaby.
I
Diaby
think
already left.
Diaby, yeah.
Was it Diaby or Leon Bailey?
No,
This?
Diaby left. I think
Diaby
he left
left.
for those
Oh.
rich kid.
Oh. The rich kid, the
Yeah.
Saudi money right there. Oh, it's Leon Bailey. My apologies.
It only
Right
takes Vinicius. Only Vinicius will reject Saudi for now.
Only Vinicius. A lot of players are rejecting Saudi to
No,
stay.
without Vinicius money.
Even
No, no.
Paulo Dybala just rejected
If he had that
Saudi.
Vinicius offer, won't he jump on the next plane?
No, but he may not.
He may not.
Really?
And that's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
attempt.
Wow.
For us, Leon Bailey with the ball.
Oh!
If you look at these players,
David Raya to the rescue right there.
their mentality is actually different from what we think. It's not the money for them. They're
Wow.
making enough money for a
But
lifetime.
$2 billion.
No, but really, they have enough money.
That's true, sure.
That's true. So they want some recognition.
So, Gabriel with the ball will link up play with his teammate Timbers. Timbers finds Gabriel Martinelli. And Arsenal are beginning to build up again from defense to attack right there. Ben White sends it straight to Martinelli to attack down the left. What can he do with it? Runs into the box. Oh, too much weight on that one. Will be a goal kick to Aston Villa. Typical Martinelli. Dolapo, don't you think Martinelli should be doing better than all these typical predictable runs he does?
Well, I think Martinelli does not surprise me anymore. And I don't think Arteta should really be like expecting much. The only thing Martinelli can do that will surprise me is maybe if he gets it right. If he changes the way it's so predictable. Too predictable. So I feel like Trossard to me should be starting ahead of him. And probably I saw a news of Ademola Lookman trying to like come maybe after PSG. I think there was a little bit of 1 or 2 within him and PSG deal. So probably if Ademola Lookman comes, maybe Martinelli can really level up his game. But I think he really needs to like work on it. He's a good player on his day. And still very young. I think he's in his early 20s. Trossard should be starting to me ahead of him. Because Trossard is a very good player. Once he comes in, he will give a good account of himself.
And Arsenal back in possession. Declan Rice will link up play with Gabriel. Gabriel finds Timber straight to Declan Rice. Goes with the ball right now and returns it back to Gabriel. And is Arsenal in possession of the ball. There will be a whooping 6-minute additional time in this encounter at the Villa Park. And T-Bans with the ball right now, already in the first minute of that additional time. And Gabriel will send it across to Bukayo Saka, who was caught right there by Digne. And it's going to be a throw-in to Arsenal at this point in time. D-Doc, so far, have you been impressed with what Arsenal has brought to the table?
While Arsenal is still trying to find their way through the defenses of Aston Villa, and Aston Villa has been playing their defense in the midfield.
This should be fair. What's that?
They're actually concentrated on overloading the midfield.
Wafina, do better there.
They are doing that very well, stopping Arsenal from moving to their back line or going behind their back line. And so far, we understand Aston Villa to be quite spontaneous in the attack. Look at the few counter-attacks they do. They are always looking like scoring whenever they are countering Arsenal's attack. And that is a joker they might just bring to the table. But if you look at their pack right now, there are 4 men lined in the back line. There are 3 men right in front of them. And they have 1 man standing in front, leaving just Watkins to roam.
Nico Williams.
But it still wouldn't stop Arsenal from getting one through. Should they utilize their chances properly? But the bodies of Aston Villa in the 18-yard and in the defense line is quite enormous. It may just not allow Arsenal to have a free day. But we know time will always make the difference here. Players get tired. This is Nico trying to...
He sent Kubasi back to La Masia there. What's Rafina doing? Be serious with football now.
And you see what as a flick arranged here is not the typical Barca
Yes,
traditional
yes.
arrangement. Rafinha is a winger,
Winger, but he's
but
playing more
he's
or
playing
less
in
like a
midfield.
10.
He's playing an attacking midfielder here. And the challenge with that is he's not as creative in that position as he will be if he's coming from the side. But because the coach would like to play Lamine Yamal with Rafinha at the same time, and he wouldn't know where to put Pedri as well as
Well,
Ferran Torres. So, uh,
well, I think to me, Rafinha days at Barcelona, if he does not level up, is like let me say it's not bad because I think Hansi Flick will really, he will surely love this certain guy called Fermin Lopez. Because Fermin Lopez last season he played a lesser minute to most of our midfielders, and he was able to get about 9 goals or 7 league goals. If I'm not mistaken, it was our highest goal scoring on midfielder last season for Barcelona.
it was.
So I think Hansi Flick will surely fall in love with this guy because he's a fighter and he shoot from. And I think one thing Barcelona are really losing right now is Unai Simon is not in the goal post. I don't know, maybe he's injured. I think this new goalkeeper really need to be tested, and that's where we will surely miss Femi Lopez because he will take those shots from the outside and try and test the goalkeeper. That's one thing that is missing right now.
Yeah, but Femi Lopez, I think, is on the bench.
Yes,
as we
he's on the
speak.
bench.
So he's been a second half player for Barca. And if you look at the formation, the guy that's actually
Bernard,
Bernard is the one that actually is the new face in that.
new face, yes, yes.
And that's because Barca doesn't have a strong holding midfield.
But I think Casado
if you look at
deputized better than Bernard.
Casado, yes, but
Physically,
now, I think
physically
it's
is fit
because
and
Hansi
everything.
Flick brought in Bernard. He brought Bernard in, so he possibly has some things he wants to do with him. He wants to give him playing time. He wants to use some of the qualities. But if it doesn't work out well in his first 1, 2, 3 matches, he will have to.
Well,
use his
I
stronger
think
legs.
I think
Casado,
those
would
I think
prefer.
those two guys. Me too. I prefer Casado, but those two guys, I think they will surely work out because these guys understand the Barcelona DNA. They feel at home because the last Barcelona match, if I'm not mistaken, a single mistake, there is this sense of belonging among the senior. Let me say the senior colleague on the field. Once a single mistake, because Casado Bena, they started as the pivot in that game.
Right.
A single mistake from them, we see the likes of Rafinha wanting to ginger them up like it is normal, you can do better. I think there is this sense of belonging among the guys, and I think they feel much more safe in this setup.
I think that's one of the reasons why
Who this should be?
Gundogan had to leave too.
Yes.
He was too emphatic on.
Hey, who did that? Don't tell me this, Yama. This is a regular Yama. You need to stop doing this.
Yamal,
You need to stop doing
the
this.
16 years,
Wow.
1 month old boy.
He's 17 now.
17.
Wow. Lamine needs to stop this.
And this young man is going places.
It's really going places.
Wow.
For goal for Barcelona. Yeah, we're proud
Look
to
at
wear the
that
jersey
angle.
now. We have to get the new jersey. I mean, what do you think? The new blue and red jersey, not the striped one. The present jersey.
Yeah.
And we need to order it from above and get one for you. Get
Not
one
for me.
Shegun,
Not
get
for
one
me. I'm
for
I'm
all
cool with.
enemies of Barcelona.
No, I'm not an enemy.
For real?
I'm just a positive critic
Yes, right.
that doesn't like the way
But that
Barca
was a
went.
sweet.
Wow.
That was a sweet
Wow.
finish. Lamine
I
Yamal
just wish Barcelona
checking
can
into position.
protect this guy.
It took a deflection though. It took a deflection.
But he aimed for us. I think that's what matters.
Yeah, it took a deflection.
But it's on
Keeper would
target.
have
It's the
stood
Lamine
out.
Yamal goal. It went on
So
target.
it's half time at the Villa Park. Aston Villa nil. Arsenal nil as it stands. I think the second half will be big on this encounter, Doc.
I agree with you absolutely. And with Emilio Martinez in the goalpost, the Joker, that guy is a massive goalkeeper. His posture alone is scary to attackers, and it covers the whole post. If you have to play penalty kick against that guy, he's so buffy and he's so in charge of the post, and it gives confidence to the defenders. You know, when you have a very good goalkeeper, you actually can take some risk. You can actually do some things that you were not permitted to do if you don't have a dependable goalkeeper behind you.
Yeah.
And the guy is so experienced, he actually controls the team from the back. And Arsenal has to face that. Invariably, the better defense that you get is usually supported by the goalkeeper. So he can actually call them and put them in place, and it's very, very instructive. So that's another challenge Arsenal will have, breaking through the ranks of Aston Villa in this game. And I see Villa, Watkins putting one behind the net. Might actually be the first goal of the game, really.
Yeah, so after at the Villa Park, it is Aston Villa nil, Arsenal nil, and a cross into the box by Atletico. Oh, Nico Williams, and oh my goodness, was really, really a dangerous one.
Yes, it was. It was a teaser. It was actually pulling everybody towards the net, and it was far enough from Ter Stegen. He couldn't stop it, but so close to the goalpost, any contact with it will have just ended in the net.
Yeah.
If you had the likes of Erling Haaland with all his limbs,
yeah, the long leg,
he will possibly get that in the net.
Yeah, possibly right there. So, Barcelona leading 1-0 in that one against Atletico de Bilbao. I think that's the 28th minute.
Almost the 30th minute.
Almost 30th minute.
29 and some seconds.
That encounter. Yeah, rightfully so, 30th minute. Is that no 27th minute of that encounter? So Barca leading 1-0, goal scored by Lamine Yamal, and I think Lamine Yamal will come in handful for Barcelona this season.
Sure. I think I don't think Lamine Yamal, everybody really knows what he's capable of on his day. I think he has scored more of like 3 goals last season, gave us a goal. Like even at the Euros against some France, he did something like this. I think he's just giving us those typical Messi goals where once he caught in, he wants to bend. It's more or less like a typical left footer goal. Once they caught in, they want to look for that angle and just aim at it.
Lamine Yamal is a left-footed player, and he must have seen a lot of Messi moves and Messi goals. And we're glad that the guy is actually living up to the expectation.
For real. And it's true.
You know, we actually had a lot of players that had potentials like him in the past.
Yes.
Barcelona had Bojan Krikic come up the rank.
Isaac Cuenca.
Bojan Krikic, the next Messi at the time. But he failed to live up to it. He disappeared in 2 seasons. And then came the likes of
Isaac Cuenca, Ibrahim Afellay.
Then comes Ansu Fati, who was so popular. People loved him for his usefulness. He sustained a very bad injury. The anterior cruciate ligament got torn. He had to do surgery. He could not recover from that injury because he relapsed again right after recovery. It took him like 7 months to come back, and he went back again. And since then, he has been shipped away to Brighton and Hove. And even while there, he couldn't even command the starting line.
He was injured there last season also. For some parts.
He wasn't injured, he couldn't command the starting shirt. It was because you have to be scoring in Premiership to remain in that front line. So he didn't live up to expectation, possibly because of the injury too. Right now, the Brighton people don't want him anymore. They returned him to Barca, and now he's going somewhere else.
There's a new coach.
I think Hansi Flick believed in him before he had that foot injury.
Defeated
Man U
today. Really.
Brighton is pretty tough.
Really
I want to believe the Israel actually he left a very good foundation in that club before he left.
This to be the second. No.
Guess who was just back? He was doing back walking there, moonwalking.
Ferran
Torres, very unreliable player. Very, very unreliable.
And Man City is back at the top of the Premier League.
Yeah, what did you expect, really? City is not going anywhere soon. Possibly when they face the tough nuts to crack. See fighting going on.
And
I think how the Watkins needs this.
Okay, that was
a quick reel out of the final score so far of the earlier fixtures. 6 matches played already. Brighton defeating Manchester United. Crystal Palace, West Ham taking that one 2-0. Fulham defeating Leicester City 2-1 at home. Ipswich losing to Man City 4-1. Southampton losing at home to Nottingham Forest. Tottenham winning at home 4-0 against Everton. And it seems the gaffer is on the line on Zoom. Uh, yeah, the street side of the Premier Sport Fan Center. You get to hear the fans speak themselves about how they feel right there, right now, concerning this fixture, Aston Villa against Arsenal Football Club. So, it's
Yeah, mate, can you hear me?
yeah, the gaffer. We can hear
Yeah,
you.
how are you in the studio?
Yeah, we are fine. We are fine. We are doing well.
Taki, I see
Yeah,
you, I feel you.
yeah. We feel you too. So, how is it
I
down
hear
there?
you.
The game. How
Yeah,
is
you
the
can
Arsenal
see,
fans taking it?
you can see the fans are happy. There is mixed reaction. Some of the Arsenal fans are satisfied with the play of Arsenal. Some are not happy because Arsenal missed a lot of chances. But yeah, I'm here with Femi. He's an Arsenal fan. So, Femi, how do you do today? All right, right now you have seen the match. What's your take? Are you happy with Arsenal?
I'm not happy with that now.
All right, you're not happy with Arsenal. What area? Is it their finishing or is it the defense or what?
It's finishing.
Yeah.
Yes, now is new. We are expecting Arsenal to score. Like for me, from my own perspective, I'm expecting Arsenal to win 2-1. But right now, Arsenal will not score. And the same thing happened last season also. We all win.
Aston Villa.
Yes, we all win Aston Villa. So we lost at home, and it was not their own team. So the way they are playing, I'm not. So I'm expecting more from them.
All right, what do you think is missing in the Arsenal squad?
From my own perspective, they are missing Trossard. Martinelli is not a good finisher when it comes to dribbling. Just dribbling and running. Then, before you know, the ball will get to the throwing. But what we want is we want someone like Trossard that will be able to dribble pass and be able to at the score. That's what we want.
Okay, right? Last 2 seasons, Manchester City stopped Arsenal from winning the Premier League.
Yes,
How do you think this season Arsenal will win?
I'm very sure of that because now we've improved. There's much experience. Like last 2 seasons, we gained more experience. Last season also, and experience also. But now, I think we are capable of.
All right, the Manchester City we are talking about today
Yes.
went top of the table.
Yes,
And the wizard himself, Erling Haaland, scored an hat-trick.
yes.
Just already he has gotten 4 goals in 2 matches, so we're expecting more from him. So, do you think Arsenal can match up Man City? Because even Mikel Arteta said, for you to win Manchester City, you need a 100% performance.
You look at Arsenal as a team.
Yeah.
Even if you watch last season, they don't play like they have a striker. Anybody can score. Saka can score, Odega can score, so that's how we play. We are not focused on particular striker compared to like Man City. Their own is focused on Haaland. So that is just different between us.
So if you mark out Haaland, if you know how to mark a team that knows how to mark out Haaland.
They are not. But when you compare to Arsenal, even if you mark Saka, there's always Martinelli there. Even when you mark Martinelli, there's always Odega there. So that is how Arsenal play.
Okay. All right. What is your prediction for this match today?
My prediction is
2-0 in favor of Arsenal.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Mike, you can hear me, Femi. It's a 2-0 in favor of Arsenal in this encounter between Aston Villa. We just hope his prediction comes true.
Yeah, thank you, the gaffer. We can hear you here very clearly. Let's see. There's still 45 minutes plus additional time in this the upcoming second half. So let's see if his prediction will come to play. But can you ask Femi right there that this same fixture, Arsenal lost all 6 points last season. Where's the confidence coming from? And you saw that Aston Villa already lost another sitter. Where do you think that confidence is coming from that Arsenal will take it today?
All right, Femi, the question here is that last season,
Yes.
Arsenal lost all 6 points from Aston Villa.
Yes.
Now, right now, this season they are playing and it's goalless in the first half. Where are you getting confidence to say Arsenal will win this encounter?
There will be improvements in the second half.
Yeah.
There will be team talk from Arteta to the team. So there will be a lot of changes also that you need to work on. From there, there's no way Arsenal is going to score.
You know, the last match they played
really dangerous now.
at the Emirates,
This should be the
it
second
was like
goal
this.
too.
The first half was
Yes,
goalless.
it was goalless. Exactly.
And towards the end of the game,
Lewandowski.
Aston Villa scored 2 goals. To the surprise of everybody. Don't you think we are treating towards the same direction of last
It's
season?
not going to happen. It's not going to
It's not
happen.
going to happen.
Yes.
All right, you can see Femi. Femi so confident. He says it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah.
He's saying it's not gonna happen, but in football sometimes these things happens. Don't you think that Arsenal not get? You can help me relate that to Femi. As an Arsenal fan, the difference between Arsenal and Man City for the last 2 seasons now has been a proper number 9. And when you look at it, Arsenal has not solved that issue, even in this transfer window that is about to end at the end of this month.
All right. What is the question here is that last season the difference between Arsenal and Manchester City was number 9. Manchester City have a standby number 9 in Erling Haaland, but Arsenal did not have number 9. Everybody played differently, and nothing has changed. So, what makes you think that Arsenal is going to win this season?
We still have space before the transfer window close. So there's tendency making Arteta still by
By striker.
Yes,
Striker like
because you know I'm saying that if you watch Brazilian, they just that now is injured. So the only striker we have now is this guy, this German guy, Havertz. So there's tendency to go to buy a striker.
all right. At the initial time when the window opened,
Yes.
I thought Arsenal was going to buy Osimhen. At the point they dropped.
There's tendency still going to buy Osimhen.
Okay.
Yes, tendency might buy Osimhen. Because as long as the transfer window is still, there's tendency might still continue.
All right, Yamai, you can hear Femi so confidence that it's not too late for Arsenal. Arsenal can still buy a standby number 10, number 9.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're recommending Victor Osimhen. They should join the fight. If Arsenal will get Victor Osimhen, you're going to get a lot of Nigerian fans coming to Arsenal. And as much as we have Arsenal fans willing to win the cup, you need to recommend that to management in any way you can. Let them know we're looking forward to them taking in V09. Because in the days of Thierry Henry, it took them getting Kanu Nwakwo and the rest of Nigerian crew to get the fan base for Arsenal. And if you look at Chelsea too, they had to get Mikel Obi in for Nigerians to follow them en masse. So Arsenal wants Nigeria viewership and followership. They need to do better than just get any number 9. They should go for Victor Osimhen, VO9.
Wow.
All right, go. Arsenal should go for Victor Osimhen, 009. Yeah. That is the mission. So, Yamai, we can feel you from the studio. Get back to you. When we'll get to another Arsenal fans to speak to us.
Yeah, thank you, the gaffer.
Penalty.
We appreciate your effort on the street of Lagos right there. So you can join us, stay with us. The gaffer will be back with another Arsenal fan that will actually tell us his or her thoughts of the Arsenal Football Club. And maybe you'll be so lucky to get an Aston Villa fan too. Who knows right there? So the players are gradually coming back into the field of play. There was a scramble in the box and the VAR scored the referee. Looks like Barcelona might have considered a penalty.
No.
It's one of two ways. They actually want to look back to the Barca infringement, likely infringement. However, there's a penalty review also against
Atletico.
Oh, it's against Barcelona. The review is against Barca. And I think Barca will be guilty here because Paul Kubasi actually fell on his leg. Might not take the referee forever to decide on this. Although he made contact with the ball before falling on the player's leg, but he fell on the player's leg. And that was what led to Lewandowski getting that chance. So they're taking it back to the Barca end. Paul Kubasi has considered a penalty for the other team against his own club. And I expect to see Inaki Williams stepping up to take this shot.
He might leave it for his younger one, Nico.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
just want to the Barcelona's.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I think Inaki will take it.
Hush. Kubasi.
It's a foul. It's a clear foul.
In this era of VAR, you don't do things like that. If there was no VAR,
Okay, none of them taking it. It's none of the Williams
But it was
brothers
a foul.
taking it there.
The referee could have stopped it on the spot.
Yeah, it's
That was enough contact.
so Sancet
Sancet.
for Atletico Bilbao against Ter Stegen, who most likely will be the new German shortstopper after Manuel Neuer just retired from international football. So Sancet right there, 1-on-1 against Ter Stegen. Can he convert this one? Yes, runs into the box and he converts. So status quo back at the 1-1 at the home ground of Barcelona.
Oh, well, it always looks like this. Like I said earlier, Atletico Bilbao has always been a thorn in the flesh for FC Barcelona. And usually this game is decided by the strong players, the superb players Barca had in the past. The likes of Lionel Messi. On several occasions, he has had to take it on himself to score a brace or even a treble to get this game in the direction of Barca, because you discover Atletico Bilbao is just going to be like that. They're just going to be so solid, and they go come back, you score them, they score back again. On several counts, they have taken the Copa del Rey from Barcelona, and he had to take the likes of Lionel Messi or David Villa rescuing Barca. But right now, I don't think Barca has those stars, superstar players who can decide games, except the young and up-and-coming Lamine Yamal, and maybe when Fermin Lopez comes in, he can pull something out of the hat. But look at Lewandowski. He's had chances to score. He's had one-on-one. Instead of him to call the ball into the net, he called it to the corner flag, or even make a pass if he can call it into the net. And that is what makes the difference. If you can't take your chances, you'll be punished. Bilbao has showed them now. They have been punished. So the game goes on.
So game on in that encounter is still Barcelona 1, Atletico Bilbao 1 at this point in time. So Arsenal game has restarted, 48 minutes of that encounter. And you can see Arteta dishing out some instructions right there. And Konsa with the ball, we're playing Amadou Onana back to Emiliano Martinez, who played this long one forward. But Arsenal wins back possession. But the referee says there's an infringement against the Aston Villa player, Oli Watkins, and it will be a free kick to Aston Villa at this point in time. Their expectations for Arsenal this second half.
Arsenal, I will expect, should understand that if they must win the league, which is a quest they have run at for the past 20 years, people that were born when they last won the league are possibly in their Gen Z region. Some of them are getting married already. Most of them are out of the university if you went to a private school in Nigeria. They're even picking up jobs already. The last time Arsenal won the league. So if they must get that age-long, 20-year-old trophy, they need to start winning their games from the start. They won last week. They have to win this game. So I expect urgency in the Arsenal rank. I expect them to push the ball forward as fast as possible. And I expect them also to keep their defense tight, airtight, with Saliba and Gabriel in the back line. They have the best defenders in the Premiership possibly. And all they need to do is make sure the ranks are all also filled up and tight. Otherwise, they might be punished by Aston Villa, and they will have to climb a hill. But we have to keep watching the game. But Arsenal is pulling their weights right now. They are actually trying to push back Aston Villa from attacking them. but will the end will justify the means. We need to watch till 90 minutes.
So watch till 90 minutes. And the Lockball, what do you think Aston Villa should do better this second half?
Well, I think they are getting everything right so far. The game is still nil-nil, and I think Aston Villa they understand the plan, they understand their game plan. They should be leading one goal to nil by right now, even not for only Watkins missing that big chance. And I think this is the same way they play the first 45 minutes, the same way they've started the second 45 minutes. And that's not still yet to get a goal. So I think that's for now it's still right.
So Odegaard attacking down the right for Arsenal into the box, but lost possession to that Aston Villa player right there. McGinn will find his teammate in the middle who will pounce on that attack. Links up with Leon Bailey down the right. Leon Bailey with the ball, who tries to take on two Arsenal players still with the ball. Leon Bailey and returns it back to his teammate right there. So, 51st minute of that encounter, it is still Aston Villa nil, Arsenal nil. And with the way it looks more like this game might be heading for a draw.
Yeah, I said it at first time. To me, I'm taking towards a full-time draw, but not a goalless draw though. I was expecting goal, but with the way it stands like this, I think if it goes goalless into the 70th, 80th minute, I think it might just be a goalless draw.
Well, I will think this may not end up in a goalless draw, and the way it looks, Aston Villa may just pull the surprise. However, Arsenal is always looking like scoring whenever they are attacking. But when Aston Villa is counter-attacking, that was quite a stunning one from Lucas Digne. I didn't even expect him to get to the ball. So Arsenal has to keep their defense, especially from the flanks, because Digne is still getting chances to cross from that side. And Bailey is also getting attempts in from the right flank.
Yeah, I think Digne will always get a chance to cross, because I think Digne and what's his name playing the Arsenal right back, White, these are attacking wise fullbacks. They always want to pull up, like take the cross, take the chances, and I think it's vice versa. If the Arsenal midfield can really locate White also, it will be a Digne opening up his defense. Same way we just saw Digne making use of. Oh, what's Barcelona doing this? Could this be the goal? Oh no. God. Lamine Yamal.
No, we don't go through.
Wow.
I have a truck of defense in there.
I think both Barcelona just really need to protect this guy. I think they are exposing him to so much amount of games. He really needs. Oh.
Oh, well, he also needs game time to be strong.
But at 17, the number of games he has played is really too much.
What he needs to do is that the dietitians need to watch his diet properly, and they actually need to make sure he's getting proper rest and his physicality. They need to get his physiotherapists to also work on him regularly. His exercise fitness instructors should work on him too. Because you can't sit him down right now when he's at like his peak.
At 17, his peak.
Yeah, this guy's like at his peak. See what he did at the Euros.
Yeah,
for goodness sake.
He actually did.
He was like
lot.
the man of the Spanish team.
He actually did.
He was the man of the team.
Well, I just hope we don't have a repeat of Bojan in this Barcelona.
Solomon, can you hear me? Solomon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, Solomon. So what's happening around you at the sports center right there? Give us a lowdown of what's going on. 54th minute of that action, still 0-0 at the Villa Park. What are the thoughts of the people right there?
Wow, Raya.
Double save from Raya right there. Over to you, Solomon.
But the first save was
Yeah, man, can
from
you
crossbar.
Yeah, the crossbar. Yeah. But you have to react to that one.
I think Arsenal will lose this game to Aston Villa.
hear me? Yeah, man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Solomon. You can go on.
You can see the reaction of the fans from the viewing center here. They are so happy with the Raya. We remember what they did last year. Away from the boat. So, that is and to the last match, and to get really good so far in this encounter between Aston Villa and Arsenal. See how good for you of the fans. They are so happy. And the match has become so nice right now. Yeah, you can see Arsenal side fans has come. So, and it is a moment for us. So good as good balance check. And you can see the face of the fans. So, and it's a mixed reaction. You're happy, you start, you cry, you laugh. But right now, you can see all the fans are expectant. The Arsenal fans are expectant. They're expecting Arsenal to get the goal in the second half.
So, Arsenal fans expecting a miracle right there at the Villa Park. So, Aston Villa attacking. Rodgers will shoot. Oh, his shot was blocked off for a corner kick to Arsenal at the 57th minute of this encounter. The way it is right now, the Lakbo, it looks more like Aston Villa are matching Arsenal foot for foot, man for man.
Yes, I think it's the second half, and I think with the way this Aston Villa setup is made up, just a goal. Towards them, Unai Emery will tell them, let's lock everything up. Let's see if we can go with a goal. I think it's just the typical Aston Villa team.
Yeah, typical Arsenal setup right there in that encounter. So, 58 minutes of that encounter, corner kick to Aston Villa. Aston Villa will take this one. And can they make something out of this? Right there. At the Villa Park. One team that knows how to use their home advantage since last season, Aston Villa. Since they came on under Unai Emery, they've been really good at it.
Yes, I think one thing if you follow up with Unai Emery, one thing that really worked well for him is knowing the feelings that don't lose at home. That's one thing Unai Emery really fancies, and I think it has really been helping him. Last season, if you check their performance ratio, I think they kept a really good account of they made a really good account of their self at home, and I think Emery is just a good coach. To me, I think his type is really scarce in the market right now because he does not go for the big names. He just wants to tidy up these young guys and let's see how far they can go. That's just him.
Yeah, so Arsenal back in possession. David Raya right there in that one. It's game on in that encounter. See Aston Villa nil. Arsenal nil. 59 minutes of that encounter. Approaching the 1 hour of football at the Villa Park. Still no goal yet. The closest was that Ole Watkins chance in the first half that he couldn't bury into the back of the net. And Ben West with the ball will find Thomas Partey who finds Odegaard running into space. Bukayo Saka down the right, and Bukayo Saka still with the ball. We try to cut back, returns it back to Odegaard who will cross into the box. Oh, Emiliano Martinez was there to do the needful right there.
No, Emi is absolutely in control of his area. And to get through that kind of ball over Emi, you have to do better than just that.
Oh.
So it looks like Ole Watkins is down there.
Oh, Thomas Partey.
Was head butted by Thomas Partey.
I
He'll
think
be
it
fine.
was head on head collision right there. I think it was head on head collision. Ball back in action. Aston Villa in possession of the ball right now in that encounter. So Emiliano Martinez takes this one and sends it straight to Konsa. Konsa push this one forward and gives it to his teammate down the right. And lost possession but won it back is what Onana has done. Onana running into space, drops it for his teammate McGinn. McGinn will find Ole Watkins. Ole Watkins still with the ball in a dangerous
Release
area.
this ball, Watkins. No,
And
what
that
are you
was
doing
swift
there?
defending by Thomas Partey right there. And his game on in that encounter. That's a swift pass to Martinelli down the right, down the left. He cuts back, and he's still with the ball.
Oh.
And just lost possession.
What's Martinelli doing there?
Really unpleasant finish there by Martinelli. And Rogers attacking with the ball. Still with the ball right there. Rogers and cuts back. And in the dangerous area, we'll play this one.
You want to beat fire with that? You should be doing better.
I think that one took a deflection. And it's going to be a corner kick to Aston Villa. Look at that run.
I think we need to give Rogers some credit for that run. He could have passed the ball, but he felt his momentum could carry him through. Because if he had delved a little bit and put a little more power in the ball, he could have got that behind the net. However, I think his teammates standing at the edge of the 18 would have been in a better position to handle that. He could have just given him and waited for a one-on-one. And but you know, you never get to score if you don't shoot.
Yeah, you never get to score if you don't shoot. Right? So corner kick to Aston Villa at the 62nd minute of that encounter. Tielemans standing next to the ball and plays it into the box, and David Raya had to send that one out of the box. Aston Villa back in possession right there, and we send it back to the goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez. We take this one and send it forward for Leon Bailey, who controls that one down the right. Cross into the box, but David Raya takes this one and takes it easily. So it's still game on in that encounter at the Villa Park. And so far, if you look at it, the dog, it looks more like Arsenal are beginning to grow into this encounter. The same way Aston Villa, they are not letting down their guards.
Well, Arsenal has, if you ask me, I think Arsenal is even taking a more defensive position right now. They came out blazing with all the guns when they started the second half. Right now, they've been playing more of the football in the midfield. A few times in the penalty area of Aston Villa, but most times in the midfield. If you look at Aston Villa, they seem to be attacking Arsenal more and more dangerous when they do than even the Gunners. And Gunners actually need to step up if they must maintain their 100% record of victory in the tournament.
Yeah, in this competition is the Premier League, the Barclays Premier League 2024-2025 season right there. Bukayo Saka will find Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey gets the ball now, finds Bukayo Saka, plays in Odegaard, turns and finds Bukayo Saka.
What's Saka
doing there? My goodness, how did Arsenal lose that chance?
What's Saka doing there?
I told you something about Emiliano Martinez. He has a very big posture. He covered his post beautifully well, and Saka couldn't get to the ball. He didn't have enough space to take a good shot. He faced the keeper, but the keeper was so close to him, and it was full. You could see that from the replay by the time they bring that up.
So free kick to Aston Villa in a dangerous area. Onana, the man fouled right there. Look at that swift one too. I think that would have been an offside.
What's Saka doing? He had all the time.
He could have just
Yeah, I think,
gone in
yeah,
on
so,
goal with
I
his
think
right
it will
foot.
have just taken a shot, but it will have been ruled
Do
off.
one.
Will have been ruled off.
Ole
Watkins
Watkins has been withdrawn
And
for Duran.
Deservedly too.
and
He hadn't
this
lived up to what
Ramsey
the guy
coming
Position
in
the game.
Yeah.
And McGinn too has been withdrawn
for
in this
Ramsey.
encounter. Duran, then Ramsey coming up for Aston Villa. Even
And
Trossard
Trossard is on.
has been introduced into this one, and Gabriel Martinelli, the guy to make way in that encounter. And I think Martinelli, he didn't really live up to expectation in
At
this
all.
encounter. Dolapo.
Yeah, I think it's just the normal Martinelli thing. I think throughout last season he gave the same performance. I think he just really need to work on himself and improve. Because I sometimes if I'm out and I'm just talking football with some of my friends, I tell them one of those players I see that don't. Oh, and this should be it! Wow, one of those players I just see that don't really work on themselves has to be Martinelli. I think he has the potentials if he's ready to play football. He's still very young. I think 22 or so or thereabout. And I think Trossard, I don't know why Trossard is still sitting. That's just one thing that surprised me. I don't know what Ateta really sees in Martinelli that he does not see in Trossard. But well, the coach knows best.
So game on in that encounter. Saliba with the ball right now for Arsenal Football Club. For the bookies, I know some would have gone for the overs in this game, or maybe some for the straight win. But there'll be actually win or draw situation in this one.
It's very likely. The overs too may still work. You can
Sure.
see 3-4 goals in this game. Maybe not 4, but 3 goals may still.
I think this game will stay. There's still a goal or 2 in this game.
Yeah, so Bukayo Saka with the ball right there.
Odegaard.
Returns it back to Gabriel Manganes, who finds Saliba straight to Odegaard, who finds Thomas Partey will find Bukayo Saka down the right, and Bukayo Saka stopped right there, returns it back to Odegaard. Bukayo Saka runs in
It's
and
left on
crosses
that.
to the box, and it's a goal!
Trossard scores.
Trossard scores, makes it 1.
Arsenal leads.
Arsenal lead in this encounter.
And Aston Villa is punished
Yeah,
for
Aston
not
Villa.
taking their chances.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had very big chances. They
Good
could have-
chances.
Yes, so many.
Really solid chances. And Trossard,
And that
did
was
the
scored
needful.
out of something. VAR needs to check if the ball wasn't gone out of play.
Yeah.
first, or even if Saka is not in an offside position. And you know the new offside software will be introduced after international break. So let's see if Arsenal will get this one.
And
No,
Saka
Saka was
wasn't
not
in an
enough.
off position.
I think he
It's
did not
only to
go.
check if the
It's-
ball
He
is
did
not
not.
yet into touch.
No, it's not out of touch yet. I think it's a goal.
He did
No,
not.
the boy is
The
still
goal
in
will
play.
stand.
The goal will stand. The goal
That
will
was a
stand.
beautiful shot from Trossard. That's one of the things Martinelli wouldn't be able to do if he was on the field.
Mm-hmm.
He won't find himself at that
And
He
spot.
won't be there.
And even if he's there, he's not going to take a one-time shot. He will try to control, trap the ball, and then try pass it. But that kind of shot, you just take a shot.
Yeah. So Arsenal leading at the Villa Park 1-0 as it stands right now. Borussia Dortmund leading against Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0 already. And AC Milan also leading 1-0. Udinese leading
Parma
2 goals to
leading
nil.
1-0.
No, AC Milan is leading 1-0. Udinese leading 2-0 against Lazio. And Barcelona 1-1 at half time in that one. So any moment from now, the Barca game will restart in that venue. So Arsenal now leading 1-0. Aston Villa down. They want to find their way back into this encounter.
Sure.
So it's Odegaard with the ball. He turns it back to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey will set it up for Odegaard. And Odegaard with the ball now returns it back to Thomas Partey. And it's Arsenal who is in possession of the ball. 78th minute of this action. Is Arsenal leading 1-0 as it stands. Hey, can it remain like this till the end of this encounter? The Doc.
I actually think it's not going to remain this way. There are still goals in this match. Arsenal will develop some more confidence because of the goal. And Aston Villa will have to be more careful now so as not to concede another goal. So they can't attack as they used to. They actually need to slow down on the attack and pay more attention to defense. That will give Arsenal the width they need. They will actually have more width and more depth to attack Aston Villa. And Arsenal may just score another goal the way it's looking if care is not well taken.
Oh my goodness. I think there was an error here. Palmer is actually leading 2-1 against AC Milan. Lily leading 1-0 against Angers in that one. And Aston Villa is really coming at Arsenal, looking for time and space on the ball. Gabriel wins that one back, plays in Kai Havertz. Saka got dispossessed, expecting the referee. The referee says play on in that counter, and Leon Bailey attacking down the right. Can he do something? Pass into the box, and hey, blocked off by Gabriel, and it's going to be a corner kick to Aston Villa assistants. Dolapo.
Well, I think good response from the Aston Villa player there. I think they know what it means. After getting 6 points of Arsenal last season, who says they can't do the same this season? So I think good response from them, and I think the Arsenal team I don't really expect them to really rest. I think they believe they can get one more goal and try and seal this off. This is not the right time to sit back from the Arsenal setup. So maybe probably they can still get 1 or 2 more goals from the one-off play.
Yeah, maybe they can get 1 or 2 more goals from the one-off play right there. Bukayo Saka has been fouled by Onana. Yellow card to Onana. He had to take that one for the team because if you leave Saka on goal right there,
there's
danger for the opponent.
He will actually chase. He will have chased
the ball, yes.
Steps, and he will have outpowered Saka if he continued that way. He will have forced him to.
I think that's Ansu Fati going up there.
I think that's
Ansu Fati.
Forced him to return and face his own goal.
I think Ansu Fati is out injured.
Yes. He'll be coming back September.
My goodness.
Flick believed in him. I think the injury just really let him down.
So, 73rd minute of that encounter, Arsenal still leading 1-0. Ben White takes this free kick straight to Partey, finds Gabriel, and Arsenal now won't be in a hurry.
Well, they need to be in a hurry, really. They need to secure a second goal.
Yeah, a much needed one.
Goal. As it is, any goal from Aston Villa and it's game on. But if they get a second goal, they have a better chance. And the best time to attack your opponent is when they are down.
Yeah.
They are down now, they're weak. They are trying to come up and they are more careful. So they are still hurting. So this is the best time to attack them. And it's also the time to
Inigo Martinez.
Errors.
And looking at it, it looks like Gabriel has been a weak link in this defense today, the Lakpo. You saw that mistake. Look at another mistake he just made here.
Well, I think one thing about Gabriel is he has not really been up to the level of Saliba. I think this is Arsenal defense. The praise really has to go down to Saliba. His individual brilliance. I think regardless of how Arsenal has really been in the last 2 seasons, not winning the league, I think Saliba has really been one of those big figure keeping them up there. And I think it's not just this season. Gabriel did a mistake, I think, last 2 seasons when they were competing for the league against Man City, if I'm not mistaken, in which Kevin De Bruyne just had to take a one-time shot when he aimed back at their goalkeeper then. That was, what was his name again? That deputized for Raya now. Ramsdale. That mistake, Ramsdale was aiming for the ball and De Bruyne just had to take it one time. I think the mistake came from Gabriel. So I just think if Gabriel really works on his individual one-on-one stuff, I think it will be up there with Saliba. But it's just the normal thing Gabriel will always do. So It's not a new thing anymore. And probably if Calafiori can just settle down real quick, who knows? Maybe we just be the one playing with Saliba.
Yeah, maybe he will be the one playing with Saliba on the end of the day. So the Barcelona game, 48 minutes, 1-1
I
is
think
still
what a
is.
player Pedri is.
Yeah. So Aston Villa attacking from right to left. Leon Bailey down the right. Leon Bailey has been one
Durant.
hell of a player today for
Aston Villa.
Timbers to cope with on that right wing. But he has done a pretty job so far. And looking at it, the dog. Timbers starting a right-legged player on the left side of the defense with two left-legged defenders on the bench.
Yeah, well, it depends on the coach. It's all based on your best performance in training. You're as good as your best training,
Yeah.
really. So you have the legs. If you're not performing or playing to coach's instruction, you're going to sit down. Oh yeah, you're going to sit and watch. You have a better quality. You have a better rep. If your last training is not showing it, then you will have to sit and up your game because you're as good as your last training. So the defenders will come in as substitutes. Timber is a guy that has given the coach what he wants, and he can as well play. He's been holding it up pretty well. But it's always better for a natural left to hold that position.
And Ian Mason and Ross Barkley, two former Chelsea players, has been brought on by Unai Emery. Withdrawn players as Lucas Digne and Amadou Onana, who just got on the yellow card books of the referee. So these two substitutes, the Lakbo, Ian Mason, we know his fluidity down the left, and Ross Barkley can take one or two out of the box.
Yeah, I think good introduction from what's his name again, Unai Emery. I think one thing is you still have that belief like yes we can, if we can even win this game we can get a draw, and I think with Ross Barkley coming in, we saw him last season with Luton
Trossard
Town,
with a good
and
chance
this
crossing to the
woo,
box. Oh,
what's
Saka
gonna
still with the
happen
ball
here?
in the box. What can he do with it? And still with the ball. Pass it and Partey shoots.
That's it.
And it's a goal.
Thomas Partey. Wow.
Thomas Partey on the score sheet.
Wow.
The Ghanaian international who has had a very, very, very challenging time at Arsenal with injuries comes in this season fresh, fine from that injury trouble last season and 2 seasons ago, getting his first goal in the Premier League this season.
And you know, it's fantastic seeing Arsenal score the second goal. Now you can see that they have more goals in this. They can still get one more goal still, so if you did over 2.5, you still have a chance. This is 78 minutes, and two goals are already in just 1 month to give you your money. Anyway, Arsenal is showing what quality they have. This is just quality. This is different. This is just because look at the composure of Saka in that location.
Wow.
It took all his time. It looked at all the options available. He could have taken one blind shot. He could have run behind the defense, but he might not have gotten it through. So he just saw Partey and he positioned a very clear chance.
Wow.
Partey.
But Dolakpo, do you think Martinez should be doing better from there?
I think I won't really blame Martinez, but I think from the instant when Thomas Partey took that shot, there were two Aston Villa players blocking his view, in front of him blocking his view. I think so. Maybe probably that's right. Because Martinez on his day, yes.
The ball. There were players in front, and it was so close to the goalpost.
Yes.
He had his hand to it. It wasn't just strong enough. I think he went for it late.
So, Calafiori is being brought on by Arsenal at the 79th minute of that encounter. The new signing from Bologna, right there. And who is being withdrawn? Timbers! Wow. He struggled all through last season with injuries. And now, this top performance today, even on a not so familiar with left back Timbers. Looking at this performance, what do you think going forward Arteta should with the young lad.
Arteta is definitely going to harvest the powers in the young guy. You need your best hand, and when they are doing well, you don't change your winning team. That's what they say. What will Ferran? Stupid! Is that
Oh, other guys is better there.
Odegaard just lost a sitter.
That was ruled as offside. Ferran Torres was going to lose that chance. It was a clear one-on-one.
My goodness. Look at Odegaard.
Odegaard
Ferran lost this.
could have finished.
Wow.
This is a golden chance. How dare you, Balo?
Man, Ferran Torres.
Wanted the roof, and equally, Ferran Torres was busy losing a very
Well,
clear
I
chance.
think
On
it's
the other side,
just a little bit of time before Daniel Mo comes in.
yes, and Torres will have to sit a lot. Even Fermin Lopez, when he's fit and he's good, I think Torres will have to do a lot of sitting.
Well, can Ferran play from the wing? I think
Do
it,
they
if
have to
he's
play all the wingers? They don't. At the time, Barca was playing Iniesta on the left wing.
that's true. Sure.
It wasn't the winger. They can actually use one wing and expand the midfield.
Midfield, okay.
Exactly.
So it's game on in that encounter. Barcelona still 1-1 against Atletico. They'll be Bilbao right there in that encounter. Back to the proceedings at the Villa Park. Our main focal match for today. Arsenal now leading 2-0. Odegaard just lost a seater. I don't know if Solomon is still right there on the street, or maybe he will still join us before the end of this encounter. I would like to hear Arsenal fans' thoughts on this encounter, because they will be really proud of their team.
Yes, they were so sure they were getting the points. They were so sure they were winning the trophy, as they have been for the past 2 years.
Lamine. Wow.
But let's hear what they have to say. If they are
Yeah, let's see what they have to say. Are they up for it? Can they win this league this season? I think it's over 20 years already they won the league last.
Yes.
That's
exactly
not
20.
Yeah, I
It's
think
2024.
over 20
The
years.
one is in 2004.
2004.
Yeah.
A certain Lamine Yamal was not even born then, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so 20 years
Wasn't.
already. They've
Most
not
of the
won
players here were not
Wow.
born.
Yeah, so game on in that encounter. Ian Mason down the left, he playing his teammate, gets into position, draws back and returns it back to Ian Mason. A switch one touch. It's Aston Villa now with the ball right there, and Ross Barkley will get this one. Returns it back to Ross Barkley, straight to his teammate, and it's Aston Villa trying to find time and space to penetrate through the solid defensive setup of Arsenal Football Club. And throwing to Aston Villa at the 83rd minute of that encounter. Ross Barkley with the ball right now. We set a pass to find Leon Bailey in a dangerous area, but he's still Aston Villa with the ball, and he said a long pass. Leon Bailey will chase, but Calafiori was there to head that one out. Kayavat drops a 1-2 for Declan Rice, who drops it for arriving Odegaard. Odegaard Martin of Norway drops it for Bukayo Saka, and he will find his teammate at the edge of the and he shoots! Oh!
That's always rising.
Always rising, Trossard, the goal scorer for the first goal for Arsenal. Took that one and it kept on rising till it went over the bar right there. So game on in that encounter. Aston Villa has a good chance. And my goodness, that was solid defending by William Saliba. My goodness, look at that long ball forward. Link up play. My goodness. I think that should be, if I'm not mistaken, Ian Mason right there. No, that's
Ramsey.
That's Ramsey. Oh, that was swift tackle.
Who was Lewandowski? Oh.
Oh my goodness. That header from Lewandowski went off
Wow.
the woodwork. My goodness. And Arsenal wins possession back, plays it forward for the run of that teammate. And with that, Saliba. My goodness. Wow. So long pass down the right there, and it's Bukayo Saka attacking down the right for Arsenal, straight to Odegaard, and the two goals Arsenal has scored, the Lakbo, has come from that right wing. For you, should we be thinking of Bukayo Saka as the man of the match?
Well, I think yes, Bukayo Saka should be going with the man of the match. He had a fantastic game, and I think he did everything right. So one of the major reasons why most Arsenal players are really worried about him, not about his timing, the amount of matches played, and not wanting to lose him to some certain injury, like probably have. We don't want it. I don't know how Arsenal fans will feel if Saka witness what Gavi, Pedri, and the likes witness when it comes down to injury, because an Arsenal without Saka, wow, it won't be worth watching to me.
I like that. Arsenal without Saka is going to be pretty broke. It's going to be a very dry team, really, because Saka brings a lot to the table. He comes in from the flank, he provides assist, he can take a shot, he can cross, he can go behind the defense. He does a lot of things, and he had a lot of impact to the team. The team is confident when Saka is on the field because they know they have very wide options. Even when he's not working, it keeps the defenders at bay.
Yeah.
They actually they can't move forward because Saka is right there. So Bukayo Saka has been a fantastic player here. He provided a direct assist, and I think he also gave a pre-assist for the first goal. So in a good way, I think he might be in contention for the man of the match if they want to be truthful about performance.
So Ian Mason with the ball right there. We take on Ben White and got one over him running down the left into the dangerous area, cross into the box. Oh, Duran couldn't convert that one.
Should be doing
and that was
better
a
there.
beautiful run from the former Chelsea left back right there. Really, really beautiful run. Ran into space, beat Ben White, and that cross, Duran should be doing better. Look at that beautiful cross into the box. Just a jab into
I think Duran actually hit the ball against himself. We can see it better on replay, but it was an error. He possibly hit it against himself. He could have done better.
And Dortmund now leads 2-0. Borussia Dortmund right there. And Lille leading 1-0 against Angers. And Bukayo Saka has been substituted.
Just again, wow, what a save! What a save!
That encounter. Nelson is coming
Wow.
up for Bukayo Saka at this point in time. Did the damage already, and now it looks like now Arteta understand the fact that he needs to start reducing the game time of the young man.
Well,
Bukayo Saka.
Well, I think that has really been obvious from last season. The Saka we saw at the Euros, with all due respect with Saka, was not really a 100% fit Saka. Because Saka on his day, we all know how deadly he is. So I think the right thing is not even just getting a certain Nelson. If you are competing for the league, you need a player that will give almost, if not 100%, give at least a pass mark of what Saka will always offer you when he's not available. Because no one can say if Saka is not injured, what if he gets a suspension, maybe a card suspension, and your next match happens to be like again you up against a certain rival, a competitor for the league, maybe Man City, the Liverpool of these days, and you lose Saka just to a card offense, which a bookable offense, which no players is above. So I think it's just a matter of this transfer window is still some few days of if Arteta can just get it right, get a proper player that can deputize for Saka and get a pure striker, and I think Arsenal is good to go for me.
Yeah, so you heard the Lapo right there. Get a player that can deputize for Saka and a proper number 9, and Arsenal is good to go. And looking at it, straight to the dog, Arteta, his job so far, I think this is his, if I'm not mistaken, 4th season at Arsenal, thereabout. 4th or 5th season at Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll say
His
fourth
scorecard
season,
so far for you?
Arteta has been on a project, and obviously his project is paying off. They might not have won the trophy, but since Arteta came on, we have seen changes in the. In fact, we have got some level of confidence in the Arsenal team. You can go to watch Arsenal football now, hoping they will win. You could see the fans actually telling you Arsenal will win. It wasn't so 2 seasons before then. They couldn't even play in the Champions League for about 2 or 3 seasons. But since Arteta took them on, they have finished in the top 4. They've been back in top 4. And last season, they almost won the league. The season before, they almost won the league. So, if they can continue in that trend, and the players are still young, they are still really strong, they still have all their pace, all he needs to do is, as we have been saying, just upgrade the team a little bit, beef them up with the necessary pit holes, put in a genuine number 9, and then get an assistant for one of the wingers. Martinelli is not a very sharp winger. They should look for an alternative to Martinelli. And then, as we think, Saka should also get somebody to deputize for him so he can play less time. Doesn't have to play all the 90 minutes. He can stop at 65, 70 minutes and rest a bit. But Arsenal has looked a lot better, stronger, and a formidable force since Arteta has been working on that project. His 2 seasons were not that good, but his last 2 seasons have been fantastic. He has actually been fantastic using the kind of players he had and challenging City with all their money players like that is also something commendable. So Arteta on the scorecard for me, on 10 in the last 4 years, I'm going to give it 7.5.
7.5 and AC Milan lost successfully to lose to Parma, and Lazio just got one back, so Udinese leading 2-1 in that one. And the lack was straight to you. Your scorecard for Arteta so far?
Well, for me, I will give an Arteta 9/10. Because I think I know why I'm saying 9/10. I think Arteta came into an Arsenal team that was lost to me. You have a certain the likes of he met Aubameyang, Mesut Ozil. These are players he really like. It led them off and he brought in a player he believed are ready to play to him. And we need to look at the set of coaches that have come into the Premier League within that time. With all due respect to a certain Jurgen Klopp, he won the league with Liverpool. But since Arteta came in to Arsenal, I think the competition has really been like the lion's share of fighting for the league has been like a certain Arteta, Arsenal up against Man City. It has really not been Liverpool up against Man City. It has been Liverpool living up to the glory of Jurgen Klopp coming into. We all know Jurgen Klopp is a good manager. Just like we wake up every morning and we feel like Madrid competitor in La Liga has to be Barcelona. But when you see a certain probably Atletico, Diego Simeone is even a really respectable coach. Let me say Girona of last season, and they keep up fighting for like 4 seasons, and they are giving Barca and Real Madrid a big challenge for the league. Then you really need to know there is something going on right deep down in that squad. So for me, I think I will give him a 9/10. It has just been Man City, and the Man City we know these are world beaters, not just only league.
Oh, these are world beaters right there. 4 minutes of additional time. 3 minutes in the 3rd minute of additional time already. I don't know if Solomon is back with us from the street. Towards the end of this game, I would have loved to hear some of the thoughts from the fans right there. And it's Aston Villa attacking right there down the right, but Declan Rice win back possession. And I think Arsenal has done justice to this game. Discipline, taking their chances, and going on with all 3 points.
Well, to me, I think this is the same setup of players that really played last season. So nothing really strange to me or surprising in this Arsenal team. The only good thing is they came into this game with a fighting spirit. Like, yes, we want to do this for our supporters, the fans. Going away, winning against Aston Villa and keeping a clean sheet really speak high on the momentum and the back home talk of Arteta. And I think kudos to Arteta. He has really done good job with this Arsenal team.
So kudos to Arteta. Anytime from now, I think the referee will
Barcelona should be converting this. What's happening?
Villa Park. And it's final whistle already. Arsenal took that one 2-0. And over to you, the gaffer. What's up around there? The Arsenal fans should be celebrating right now.
It's not way back for Aston Villa. Arsenal last season, but the fact that Mikel Arteta's man won emphatically.
Yes, I can hear you.
Same position this time around.
All right, you know, I was trying to connect people during the minutes was a lot of
Townsend. Well, on their trip back to London tonight, they managed to celebrate last season. Huge session.
Solomon, can you just go out of that enclosed area and reconnect with me so that we can hear you clearly?
Okay, so Arsenal has done the job. They have got all the 3 points. They defeated their opponents, and they are still in contention for the Premiership. Fully in contention, 6 over 6, and that's pretty remarkable. At the halftime, it was just 0-0, and we actually believe there were still going to be 2 or 3 more goals. Arsenal didn't disappoint. They actually gave us 2 goals in that encounter. And they have also proven they can keep a clean sheet. They protected their goalkeeper. Raya was there. He also made wonderful saves. And of course, the crossbar was also helping them out because of the inaccuracy of the Villa boys. Of course, Watson wasn't in the best of form today. Wasn't in the best of form at all. It was way below par. If I have to rate Watson, I'm going to give him 5 over 10 for his mid-level performance today. Watkins, rather. Sorry, not Watson.
So, it ended at the Villa Park, Arsenal 2 goes to 0. And looking at the shape the Premier League table is taking. Solomon, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back online. Can you hear me, Mate?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Can you give us happenings around you right there?
Honestly, it has been an exciting football, an intense football. You can see the fans of Arsenal. They were so intense during the course of the match because Aston Villa actually gave good account of themselves. And you know what Arsenal fans are saying? They say 7 is the number. Because they brought in Odegaard in the 65th minute and he scored in the 67th minute. And Thomas Partey scored in the 77th minute. And the assist from Bukayo Saka, number 7. And they say 7 is the lucky number for today. And they are rejoicing, they are all celebrating. And Femi got this his prediction right. He said 2-0 and it was 2-0 at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so you can see it was a very interesting match. Yeah, Gemma, what are you saying?
Yeah, I said it's easy to predict from the second half when it's going towards the end of the match already. But congratulations.
Of course, you predicted for the second half.
I know you are
but
not.
It's very difficult to predict because. Gemma, oh, you say I'm an Arsenal fan. You know, but thank God Arsenal won anyway. It was an exciting game. And if you look at another clean sheet for Arsenal, back-to-back clean sheet. Last season, they kept the highest number of clean sheets. On the road, they had 11 clean sheets. And right now, they have already started with 2 clean sheets, 2 clean sheets for Arsenal. So that's to tell you that one of the best teams in England right now. I know you will not agree with me.
No, definitely Arsenal is one of the best teams in England right now. In fact, it's one of those teams that is expected to have won the league. That's why many people call them quarter to success FC of England. But do you see them going beyond that bar of failing at the edge of success this season, Solomon?
Well, I think this season, Arsenal is going to do well. But I'm not assuring you that they're going to win the Premier League. But at least they are going to do well. We have seen the body language. And but right now, there's no injuries. So last season we saw a lot of injuries from the Arsenal. So so far so good, they're still fresh. But we just hope they're going to do well this season.
So actually, you are not going to be different from what you were 2 seasons ago or what they were last season if they don't win the trophy, because coming second is something they have done twice now, and doing well is not going to be measured by coming second anymore. If Arsenal doesn't pick up the trophy, then they will have failed to improve.
Well, I will agree with you. If they don't pick the trophy, it's another part of the failure. So the trophy is the target for this season. Yeah. Absolutely. So that is it.
So, thank you for holding it down the streets of Lagos, Solomon. Tomorrow is another day. On the menu is Chelsea taking on Wolves right there at the Overhampton home ground right there in England. So, thank you, Solomon, for always being there every now and then. We'll talk again from the street side on our next bulletin. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, it's over. Arsenal 2-0. Your final take, Dolapo.
Well, I think kudos, congratulations to the Arsenal fans wherever they are watching from. Good one at Teta, and I think they can just keep it right from. It's still the early days of the new league, so losing point right now is really like a bad momentum, and I think winning is what they really need, and they got it against Aston Villa. So who knows? This might just be what they need to get it right.
Yeah, it's what they need. Might be what they need to get it right. Very, very important point from Dolapo. Doc.
Yeah.
A lot of Barca faithfuls tilt towards the red side of the London Arsenal. A lot of them like Arsenal, even though they don't appreciate the unsuccessful years of Arsenal. Arsenal won this one 2-0. 2 games down out of 38 matches. Can we say Arsenal can really take it home this time at the Premier League?
Arsenal actually has to prove. That was a beautiful goal from Barcelona. We've been waiting for that goal. Finally, Lewandowski gets one in.
Pedri with an assist.
And Pedri with the assist. So Arsenal has to actually pick up the trophy. That is the yardstick. That is the only thing they have been missing for a long time. If they can win that trophy, then we can go for give them Champions League as the next challenge. Okay, but win that trophy first. Get the local trophy. You haven't held it for so long. Chelsea has come and taken it like 2 or 3 times after you people. Man City has come and they have possessed it. They have actually
I don't think it's 2 or 3 times. I think it's about 4 times.
It can't be more than 3 since 2005.
It is more.
Okay, so
Jose Mourinho took 2. Ancelotti took 1. Conte took 1.
Okay, so that's 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Chelsea has got it 4 times since Arsenal. And Man United has won it about 3 times since Arsenal. Liverpool has also got it once since Arsenal. And you have City coming in to dominate it since Arsenal. City is actually holding it right now. They've been holding it. And Arsenal needs to wake up. They actually need to step up. Otherwise, Newcastle will take it from them. Look at Leicester City coming up and collecting the trophy from everybody, when Arsenal and United were looking at picking up a trophy. So we can actually say have that kind of scenario if Arsenal doesn't set the target right. The target is they must win the Premiership. They need to win the Premiership, and they need to shoot and go far in the Champions League. If nothing else, they should get into the final of the Champions League. The last time they did that was in 2006. April of 2006, they lost to Barcelona. That was the closest they got to the Champions League. They can as well go again, at least get to the semi-finals or even the finals. And then we will know Arsenal is serious. But they must win the Premiership this season.
So, you heard it from the guys in the studio right there. Well, thank you, Dolapo. Thank you, Dida, for joining us this evening. My name is Afalaya DME Joseph. And remember, you can only fail if you stop trying. Join us tomorrow. We'll be right here to dish out another peaceful and enjoyable offering. Barca leading 2-1 against Athletic Bilbao. Thank you for joining us. Good night and God bless you.
Thank you. Good night.
For now.